Hitler's Indian Army in World War II. The Free India Legion was a group of 3,500 Indian men who fought alongside Germany in World War II. It was the Northern Atlantic Wall defense in the Netherlands. The wall had bunkers that oversaw the English Channel. The purpose of the wall is to resist an Allied landing. The strange sight about this bunker was that a guy in a turban operated it. He belonged to the Free Indian Corps of the German Army. The members of Free Indian Corps are Indian men who fought for Germany in World War II. The British India Army. The British India Army was the largest volunteer army in the world in 1900. British India Army was used by Britain for its colonial expansion and to put down rebellions in various parts of the world. In World War I, they saw actions in Europe trenches. The British India Army was used as cannon fodder in some places and subjected to harsh weather conditions. Again in World War II, the British India Army was the largest volunteer army in the world and found action in Europe and North Africa. The independence movement in India had gained momentum from 1938. The Indian independence movement led by leaders like Mahatma Gandhi advocated non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi, like many other Indians, believed that the help provided by India to Britain in World War II could hasten Indian independence. Subhas Chandra Bose, the protégé of Mahatma Gandhi, thought the other way. Bose felt that as Germany is against Britain, if India sided with Germany, then India could obtain independence faster. Bose advocated a violent path to freedom. Bose was kept under house arrest but escaped in 1941 with the help of the Northwest Communist Party. Bose traveled via Afghanistan to Moscow and then to Berlin. The Free Indian Legion. In Berlin, Bose met Heinrich Himmler, the SS leader, and requested permission to form a Free Indian government in exile. Bose met with Hitler later and got the green signal to start his Free Indian government and operated from Berlin. Bose set up a radio station to broadcast anti-British propaganda, and was actively recruited volunteers for his cause. Field Marshal Erwin Rommel's success in North Africa led to the capture of hundreds of soldiers from British India Army. Bose saw an opportunity to expand his volunteer base. Bose went to Africa and spoke with the Indian prisoners of war and convinced them to join his Free Indian Legion. Many hesitated as it might be considered treason. A total of 3,500 men joined the Free Indian Legion, and transferred to the German army. They were trained for a year for the German invasion of India. The German plan was to push forward Rommel's North African offensive towards Egypt and the Suez Canal. Rommel will catch up with Army Group B, which will cross Stalingrad from Balkans. Together both the armies will march on into Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, and into India, the jewel in the British crown. The German hope was to link up with the Japanese forces advancing from Burma and China. With North African campaign doomed and USSR on the offensive, the Free Indian Legion got the task to guard the North Atlantic Wall in the Netherlands. Bose sensed the shift in German interests and placed his bets on Japan for his cause. Japan now knocked on the door of British India, in the northeast boundary with Burma, Myanmar. Bose traveled in a German U-boat from Germany to Madagascar and shifted to a Japanese submarine to travel from Madagascar to Tokyo. After the fall of Singapore, there were a large number of Indian prisoners of war with Japan. Bose convinced some of them to join the newly formed Indian National Army and took them on a fight along with Japanese troops against British troops. Action in the European theatre. After the Normandy landing, the Free Indian Legion troops were shifted to the south of France to guard the southern coastline. With the Allied landing in the south of France, the Free Indian Legion fled to Germany along with the rest of the German troops. Some of the Free Indian Legion saw action in Italy against partisans. The Free Indian Legion tried to cross into Switzerland via Lake Constance, but was denied entry by Swiss guards. They were captured by the French Moroccan Legion, and handed over to British troops. The trial. The Indian National Army, which fought with the Japanese, was decimated by British and Indian forces. The captured soldiers from both the Free Indian Legion and the Indian National Army went through a trial at the Red Fort in Delhi, in 1945. As it was the peak of the Indian independence movement, the trial ended in favor of the captured soldiers, and they were released. Bose, who was responsible for assembling the army, died in a plane crash during the final days of the war.